Hello, hello, Libras. Welcome. How are you guys doing today? My name is Patti. I am here to do your intuitive tarot for September 13th through the 19th. You guys, I am recording this on the 7th. I'm getting ready to go to Oklahoma, so I'm doing a bunch of readings real quick this week so that you guys can have them for next week. But this is also new moon energy. We're in the 7th. And I not only did a new moon reading, I checked into a lot more planetary kind of things going on up there, seeing what the energies are having to go. So please watch that video because it's going to be hugely impacting all signs. The video is down below there in the description. I can't even think. Okay. So it's down there in the description, and definitely there's a lot of communication things going on. And a lot of in-depth, a lot of clarity, but it's going to be a sort of a mixed time if you don't have the strength or courage to really buckle down and get some answers, get in-depth, basically. Okay, so watch that. That definitely is going to play into this reading because also, too, at the end of the week, 18th, 19th, and 20th is full moon. So you're going to have those energies as well. So it'll be a lot very similar because there's planets that are in retrograde. Some are moving into retrograde, and that is Mercury going into retrograde the end of the month. So it's going to create a lot of communication kerfuffle. So really watch that if you haven't watched it already. All right. Oh my goodness. Really? Seriously? Can you give me some other cards up there? He's just repeating, which is good because I think we need the reminders. Okay. So for those who've been watching, I am going to continue with the current past energy and then the current energy and the future energy. What does that mean? I don't normally go into the past, but it has been very low vibrational this last month. So I'm like, okay, there's a problem here. We got to figure this out. Where is this at? So we're going to look at that current past to see what might be keeping you stuck, avoiding things, or fear kind of based. So that's definitely going to be a card that I'm going to be pulling with the oracles, and then we'll see how that's playing into your week. So here we go, guys. All right. And don't forget to please, if you watch my video for even just a few minutes and you like it, please smash that like button. That really helps YouTube creators out. I watch some of these famous YouTube creators and they got thousands of views and nobody's liking it. It's like maybe a few hundred. And I'm like, you had thousands. Why aren't people hitting that? Because it then allows our videos to spread out into the community more. So it's really huge with YouTube. Don't get me. I don't know. I don't keep up with that. All I just know is they're like, tell people to smash that like button. All right. So here we go. So the Divines card, which is now for the new people, this is a card that tells you or whatever you've been asking for, whatever you've been on the fence about, whatever you're struggling with, whether you have a question. We don't go to tarot per se for the answer. We go to the source, which is in the second dimension. I call divine, God, whatever. And the cards are your resource. They're the thing that helps. They're the tool that helps us get the message through. Okay, so if somebody doesn't have a connection with divine, interesting tarot. Anyway, here we go. So, seeing beyond. This is about your third eye chakra. Okay, we have actually it shows there's actually 12 chakras, but they only talk about 6 or 7 chakras mainly, and 8 chakras. So, oh, that doesn't even have it. I think I have a chakra sign here. No, I don't. Anyway, there's about 12 that they can't see all of them, but there's more than just what you see. Anyway, so this is your third eye. This is what's in the center. This is your intuition. This is opening your door to divine, to the second dimension. This is your being able to see things or hear things, do things in energy and of things that we cannot explain. Okay, this is the number 9. It is in the forefront. It means that it is very intense, that it is almost finished. Something's almost finished, but not quite there. a lot of the times I'm not quite sure if it really is going to be finished depending on the thing, but it is about seeing beyond what you can touch, feel, see. The materialistic part. This is the first dimension, what we can touch, feel, see, smell, all that kind of stuff. This is definitely it. The place of the past, which is I find very interesting. This is the second time it's come up today. And this is a transition period. So this is your past, current past. So for somebody, they just don't look into the spiritual realm. They're actually looking, very interesting. Thank you. They're actually looking at the tarot for their answers. They're looking at somebody to give them an answer rather than seeking the spiritual side. And their foundation is sort of wonky because it's not where it needs to be. It is the number 4 in its spirit of place. And the reason why a lot of spirit of place has to do with what we're focusing in on, where we're focusing in on our base from our foundation from, because it's the number 4 being a solid foundation, a solid base. Something that brings in stability, something that tells us where our boundaries are, where our integrity lies, our values, because integrity is the number 1 thing. Because if you have integrity, you have certain boundaries that you follow and are guided after. But this is not the case for somebody. That's like they allow people to walk all over them. They allow people to get away with things they shouldn't say. They allow people to do things that they probably shouldn't be doing, and just enabling that bad behavior. Again, that is about your base. Okay, this is about something that somebody is trying to focus in. I can do this. I can make this happen. I can heal myself. I can do this. And they're not asking or reaching for that second dimension, which is what divine wants you to do. Let me help you. Let me reach out. Let me, bring this together for you so that you can have a better life. And that again is your third eye chakra. Okay, you have your crown chakra that opens up, as well, but this is your third eye chakra. Okay, and if you can open your third eye, you can open your crown and really allow spirituality to come in and heal and make things better for you. Your current energy is about education. This is about something that you need to learn at this present time. This is about a process. This is about being rewarded. This could be something new. This could be something that maybe you do need to learn how to reach out to that second dimension, how to help learn that process so that you can come in together and have better choices, better ways of living, more peace, more calmness. Again, this is about foundation of where it's at. This is the sort of the immediate. Okay, and then your future again is number 8. This is about your progress. This is about your rewards. So the more you work at something, the more progress you have, the more rewards. And I will say that the more that you pray and meditate, the more that you send out, the more you'll get back. Okay. I don't know how to, but the future is to definitely bring it together. So let me do the spread here. I already have the first card out, which I find is interesting, especially with this process. If you want that card out, you're going to have to flip it again, please. But this is a good time for you to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate that. Or look at the description below and you can see the videos there that you can go on and see that I've just posted up some new videos if you're new, because it's a lot about spiritual growth, mind, spirit, and body. And the one that I really like is fear, because most everybody, I'd say majority of the people run their life on fear rather than on love. Okay, so your first card out, let me take a peek at these for just a second. Oh, I like that in the middle. Okay. Boy, somebody's fearful. It's almost like somebody's fearing that it could be too good to be true. This could be too good to be true. Is it really that easy? Is it really that, kind of a thing? And it is. It's that easy. You just have to have trust and faith and just be conscious enough to wait. And that's the problem with people. They don't want to wait. It's like, well, I didn't get an answer today. I didn't hear him today. I didn't get anything today. Well, it's not in your timing. It's in his timing, especially with relationships. Okay. So we have the Magician straight out. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So the Magician is a very interesting character because he is the number one, about newness, about things that are happening, but is it an illusion? So I don't really believe in magic. I believe in miracles, because magic is an illusion to distract you off of what your focus is. Because if he wants you to look here, he's doing something over here. So you look here, but that's the distraction to get you off of what he's actually doing. Okay. But you have the Page of Pentacles. So there's a distraction to work or something of work. Yeah, I got an error. I got to see what's going on here. Okay. Hopefully this isn't choppy. I'm in a room that sometimes doesn't get super good, what do you call it? Wi-Fi. So hopefully this is not too choppy for you. If you, at least you can hear my voice. But could be something to do with your work, something going on that might be an illusion at work, something that may be trying to distract you or trick you or get your mind off of something. It would be sort of like you going and asking for a raise, and then they're like, oh yeah, we'll get back to you on that. And then they take you off on doing other things. So you'll forget about the raise. In all reality, you're thinking about the raise, and they're like, let's get them off the raise. And so then you have to go back and ask again. That's the plan that's going on right now. Okay. There is the Ace of Wands. So what is the illusion going on with you right now? It could be work. It could be something else, something that's distracting you off. Definitely distracting you off. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the World. Okay. What I really like is this Ace of Swords is in the center, because that is seeking the absolute truth and an opening for the truth. Okay. This is about your mindset. This is about the mind. This is like cutting edge time, trying to figure things out. The Ace of Wands is about a newness in communication, a new way of doing things. And here's the thing. I'm going to share this with you guys because this is definitely planetary energy, the World. Okay, so with these three things here, communication, truth, and the World, is you will be more clear. You will find things out that you really need to know so that you can actually move forward, not only to educate yourself better, but to move things in a direction that is coming together for you. Okay, so it may have to be a falling apart to come together. It may have to be letting something go to come together. But whatever it is, this is time for communication. It is time for finding out the absolute truth, not earthly truth, but absolute truth. What I mean by that is we've got Mercury and Mars and Pluto and these planets doing some really big things. Hey, Tanya, welcome. Some really big things in communication, especially Mercury, because Mercury is starting to really slow down because it's coming into retrograde. So that's basically, I am good, thank you. That is basically meaning that when a planet slows down, it becomes more and more powerful. What Mercury's in charge of is our communication. So that's when Mercury slows down, then it likes to create a little bit of trouble. So this is why this is really important for you guys, Libras, this week and the next week, is whatever or who, I shouldn't say whatever, because although you never know what you're communicating with. The thing is, who you're communicating with is to get the answers and clarity that you really, really need to do today. You can, but I won't answer it until the end unless it's something that we're talking about. Okay. So this really definitely is a time for you to communicate with whoever it is to get some clarity. So like I said in the very beginning, this is about your third eye. This is about paying attention to what divine is trying to tell you, what divine is trying to show you. listening to your intuition, listening to those nudges, because this is where your foundation lies. This is where something is working, and it's spirit. It needs divine work through the higher power. Okay. The eye chakra is, the third eye chakra is extremely powerful, especially if you're an empath. You can open it and close it as much as you need to. You can, and that's any chakra. But the thing is, the third eye and the crown chakras are for your spiritual realm. Okay, that's your, and the third eye chakra is definitely about your intuition. This is a time to pay attention to your intuition. This is a time to pay attention to those words between the words. This is the time to pay attention to the body language of somebody. Are their words matching up their body language? Are their words matching up their actions? Are their words matching up anything of that nature? Because there definitely is not a match. Okay, there's not a match. It's like, gosh, something's just off. 2 and 2 ain't 4, or so when you go and you ask, watch all the elements of the body language. So if you need to ask an important question, don't do it over a text. You need to get the full realm, if so that way you'll know if that person is really telling you truth. This is your center card. You're seeking the truth. And the only way you're going to know that truth is through your third eye. Absolute truth, not human truth, absolute truth. Intuition, divine giving you that nudge, divine giving you the red flags, and you're not paying attention to them. Those kind of a thing. Okay. So then we get to your last card, which is your challenge card, is we have the 5 of Pentacles. And why is that a challenge to you guys? Because somebody is terrified to be alone. Somebody is afraid that somebody's going to be abandoned. Somebody is, or this could be somebody's afraid of, this would be sort of like our elders in thinking that, wow, if I'm by myself and I get hurt, who's going to be around to know that I'm hurt or help me because I can't get up, or I can't stand, or I can't, whatever. This also might be a fear of getting COVID. Okay. How do you work through your fear? Is you face it and you really look at it. Are you really alone? You're not really alone. Especially if you live firstly in the spiritual realm. Your line's always right there. Or your ancestors. I mean, sometimes my mother comes through and it's like, really? I thought you were passed on. She is passed on into another realm, another dimension, but it doesn't mean she isn't there. Trust me, I'll tell you, I've had enough with the second dimension and that dimension that I know that there is life after this, and I have had that witness. So, and I'm not crazy. It's been proven. They wanted to test me. I said, okay, go ahead. No, she's normal. It's like, okay, whatever. Anyway, so if you have that fear of being alone, being abandoned, and you're fighting that, you're definitely fighting that. You really need to reach out to that. Reach out to the second dimension and say, how can you help me with that to not feel alone? And the thing is, if you're looking for a relationship with somebody, the thing is that you want to be content where you're at in life. It's like you can't find somebody, or you're on these silly profile things and you're looking and looking and you're dating and you're talking. Thing is, when you are content with being alone and being yourself and being joyful and content and calm and peace with where you're at, with what you're doing, that's when divine brings him in. Because he wants to see that you are content, you are happy and love yourself where you're at, and he will bring that person in. Okay, some people are not meant to be in a relationship. Some people are very contented being single. But somebody isn't here because they don't want to be alone. Okay? The problem is that sometimes we bring in our baggage with us, just like Virgo energy, or not Virgo, who was it? I did Capricorn energy, a lot of past negative energies that are brought in. Doesn't last that way. Or people trying to manipulate a relationship into making it be what they want to be, that definitely doesn't work out either. All right. Wow. Okay, I'll take that one. Very interesting. Again, remember how I said this is a learning experience. This is your current energy here. This is your learning. This is definitely learning how to balance between the world and the spiritual. You have to know when to reach out for the spiritual to get advice. It takes courage. It takes courage. Okay, so we have the strength card and then we have the justice card, but you got to remember who your first card is. That's the magician. So this is where the strength comes in, especially with these planets and talking about communication, because you have to learn to be vulnerable and ask and share, because you're not the only one on this planet. This is where the thing is for somebody. They feel like they're all alone, but if you were to reach out, it's sort of like the couple of sexual abuse support groups that I belong to. A lot of people feel they're alone in their struggle and their journeys. However, if they join these groups, they realize that they're not alone. So if somebody is alone in their walk and their journey, this is where you've got to ask Divine, where can I go with like-minded people that can lift me up and get me out of this low vibration? Because this is what I'm trying to do with this readings for this month, is to go to your past to find out, why is it you're stuck in this low vibration? Somebody's stuck in a low vibration. Somebody's, can be telling themselves, oh yeah, well, that's just the way it is. No, it's not. Oh, that's just the way they are. No, it's not. That's just the way they are. Somebody allowed the poor behavior to happen. Okay. But this definitely is going to take strength and courage, because it is very hard to dig deep. And that's why you cannot do it alone. You have to do it in meditation. You have to do it with your third eye to show you and guide you. Okay. Because again, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the King of, it's about the truth. We have the King of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about give and take. And give and take is asking the question, receiving the answer, getting the clarity, and understanding what is clear. Okay. Then then what happens is, when we do that, we're more clear. We get the world. We can now see things with different filters on our glasses. So if I wear glasses and really something is clear, but these are on, and I'm like, wow, it's all blurry. And it's like, oh, okay, well, it's blurry, but I think it says that. But then I take them off and I'm like, oh wow, that's not what it said at all. So that's what we have to look at, is what filter are we looking at life through? Low vibrational, high vibrational? Are we looking through the magician, it's an illusion and it's not true, it's not real? That kind of a thing, that we are not alone. I mean, we are all in this together, because your future card is, it's in there together. We're coming to bringing it together. Okay. All right. Let's see what else Divine has to say. New energy coming through. Yes. When you learn something, when your education being your center, your current card energy, you are learning something new. You are learning something creative. You should be learning about something that is of love, brings you to a higher vibration. And actually, when you learn something about yourself, it's exciting and it's fresh and new. And that's when you learn it from the spiritual realm. They show you your authentic you and what you really like. You get excited. It's like, oh wow, something new, something new, something new. Yeah. All right, let me see if there's anything else here. And it's also this new energy that's coming through that you're learning about, or you're going to be learning about. This truth, this absolute truth, it's pure. Because if he's holding a white rose, the dog is white, the sun is white. It's a pure energy. It's a truthful energy. All right. Show up every time. This thing is biting me. All right. Nine of Cups, and then we have the Devil card. Of course, the Devil card. The Devil card's going to be there because of temptation. It's to stay where you're at, not grow, to not look into the light, not look into the higher vibrations, the higher light, the higher energies. Okay, he's going to fight you on that, definitely. But what's really cool is he's going to fight you against what is deserving and rightfully yours, the Nine of Cups. This is something that you've wanted, you asked for. And I'll tell you right now, if you face the fear, you will receive it. You got to face the fear. And that's what he doesn't want you to do. All right? Huge, 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 huge. Tanya, are you still there? I know some people come and go, so are you still there? I'm going to do a love relationship here for a second, and then I'll answer your question if you're still there. Excuse me. Okay, give me just a second. Let me finish love and relationship, and I will answer your questions, or if anybody else comes in with a question, definitely. All right. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it for the support. That's what I consider supporting my channel, is liking, sharing, and subscribing. I appreciate that, especially if you come back and watch. All right. Keeper of the Scales. Fairness and balance. Boy, aren't we talking about that anyway? Most of the time, fairness and balance. Now, remember, this is a love relationship. This is love to yourself, a friend, a partner, intimate, romantic, could be a marriage. We all have to look at love and fairness. Now, Keeper of the Scales. Love has no love has no record. Okay, so we don't want to keep, we don't want to keep scales. We don't want to keep, oh, well, you did this, so I did this. You cheated, so I cheated. Well, you cussed at me, so I'm going to cuss at you. You did this or did that. Or if somebody does something wonderful for you, you just enjoy it and accept it. If if you give something and you expect something in return, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You do something in love and kindness to give. Okay, there is not to expect something back. So Keeper of the Scales is fairness and balance. In what realm? In the spiritual realm, it's very different than in the worldly realm. Okay, and it is also 8-11. It's the number 11. It can be very spiritual because it is the master number 11 in numerology. So balance, there's no record kept in the universe of things that we well, there is, I hate to thank you, they're like, well, we'll show you what you did wrong, not wrong, but the poor way you treated people in life, they will show you that, because we're supposed to be in love, and they don't want you to be in unkindness and being mean and hatred and all that kind of stuff. So I guess the divine is saying, where are you in your walk with your partner or yourself in being fair and creating the balance and the peace and the calmness in that relationship? Where are you in that? You have to look in the mirror for that, not to them to create it. You have to look in the mirror, because what you are in the mirror is what you project, and that's what you receive from your partner. I hope that made sense. Because if you expect them to bring you happiness, expect them to bring you joy, expect them to bring the romance, expect them to do that, you're off balance. That is not spiritual. Spiritual is selfless. That's the number 11. Okay, that's selfless. Selfless will get you more than being selfish. Well, what about me? What about me? What about my feelings? What about... It's actually, what about their feelings? Teach them how to treat you. We teach people how to treat us. Okay. So again, this fairness and balance starts with you. Okay, and they're keeper of the scales. If you start keeping scales and keeping record, and well, you did this, so I did this, then your relationship is not in true absolute love. It's in manipulative love. It's an illusion because love keeps no record. Be bold and make the first move. This is definitely for communication. This is definitely for you being selfless first. And also too, get their perspective. What is your love language? What is it that you need? What it helps you feel? How can I help bring more happiness? I can't bring somebody happiness. They have to make themselves happy, but how can I bring you more happiness than what you have already? So you need to be the one to be bold and make the first move. This is definitely planetary energy, Mercury happening. Not only with Mercury, but Mars and Pluto happening here. Really, really watch the new moon, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, really important. Communication is going to be key the rest of this month, guys. Going to be major key in the rest of this month. All right. So that's your reading. So yeah, I'll take the questions now. Am I a good? Of course, you're a good person. Of course, you're a good person. And who are you basing that good person off of? You know, good to one person is not good to another. And the thing is that with being a good person, you got to be basing it off of what God says a good person is, not what the man's race or the human race says is a good person. We have to look at what's high integrity, high values, high morals. Where is that for you? And again, this is all a learning process. Okay, current energy card, definitely. Yes, and God, if you're here, God definitely loves you because there is a purpose and a calling for you for His glory, not yours. It doesn't end with you. It doesn't end with you at all. It ends through you. So what are you doing to work through you? Definitely. And again, it says, I follow a particular God, what He wants me to do. Okay, that can be. There's only one God. There's only one God. And I know there's a lot of religions out there that and cultures that believe in different things. But however, if you look at it, if you all look at all the religions out there or belief systems out there, because I've lived in other countries and I studied other countries, but the thing is that you have to imagine all these rivers. Okay, all these rivers are different tributaries around the world, and you consider these rivers as people and their belief systems and everything. But where does it go? It goes into one big ocean. And if you say, well, there's lots of oceans, they're all connected. It's in one big ocean, which is God, divine, sacred one, Holy Spirit, however you put it. And that is all of that is energy. Because a lot of people say, well, you call him all the time. That's just the way I grew up. Because you have to identify it to something. I could say God, and a lot of people don't like the word God. So I say divine, Holy Spirit, sacred one, that kind of a thing. However, but there are some people that believe in many gods, the God of fire, the God of water, the God of things like that. But in all reality, I go to one main God. Bingo. And that's where I go for my answers. I don't go to the angelic realm. The angelic realm is there for messaging. But the thing is, I have a relationship. I can know when divine is talking to me. I can hear when a divine is talking to me. All right. So, and that's just one thing you have to know. And that's where that again is where this third eye is in. This is divine and your chakras, your crown chakra opening up to that second dimensional realm and allowing that aura to expand, your energy be around you expand so that it can protect you, that it can guide you, can help you, and you allow that to grow and allow God to do the work, not you do the work. That's the problem here is your magician here is is wanting to create all kinds of illusions to get you confused and get you to stay in that low vibrational energy, which is the devil. Okay. I don't know if that answered your question, but definitely. And, just follow, just listen to your intuition, listen to what he's telling you, listen to how he's guiding you, listen how he's trying to keep people away from you because they're low vibrational, they're toxic, or your intentions or their intentions are not good there. Really pay attention to that. And that's what this week is about digging deeper, digging a lot more deeper into yourself and your self learning. Okay. So that's where that is. All right, guys. All right. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I'm going to Oklahoma at the end of the week, but your readings are all done for this week, and I will be back again next week. And I will see you on the 20th. And the 20th is actually full moon, so we'll probably be doing full moon that day. It just depends on if I get back in time to be able. We're actually getting landlord's finally putting new carpet in our house, so it's okay if you're not a Libra. The message is for everybody. It's definitely a message for everybody. But the thing is that I don't know if I'm going to have time to do a full moon reading, but I hope so. So we'll see you then. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. And we will see you on the 20th. And don't forget to walk in absolute truth, not Earth's truth, and love. All right. Take care, guys. Thanks, Tanya. Take care.